I think of my little brother. He lives with his wife in Radium. They literally pay $400 a month rent to live in a tin roof shack that's like tilted and doesn't have a level floor. But if you spend 5 or 10 minutes around them, you can tell that their relationship is blessed. Like they enjoy each other's company now. Like the first day that they met, they joke, they're happy. They've got a little dog. They have so much joy in their life. They don't have 2 nickels to scratch together, but they're so happy. And it's so obvious that they're so happy. So anyway.
Well, I think the opportunity right now for like what I'm seeing coming out of this conversation is that it is our duty to continue to drive this narrative, this scary opportunity for fulfillment, right? To get clear what that is at the level of individual, to do this type of work, to start at the level of person and not be as concerned about the trying to find the right company to work with. The work consistently so far has always arisen out of a relationship with a person, not my relationship with the company. And
well,
so
I volunteered to do Curtis's feed and seed, but who the heck is going to do mine? Who's going to draw mine?
if I had the talent, I totally would. Who do you know in your network of graphic recorders that would be open to doing that for you, because it would make a difference for you?
That's a good question. I would be so overwhelmed with sweat to ask one of my mentors to do that work for us.
So you should do that then.
But I'm like, they're going to find out a lot about me, because I'll tell you, I'm like,
who fucking cares?
Yeah.
When I know what the thing is, I know the script. So I know when you ask it to me, I've had 2, 3, 4 years to think about my answer to those damn questions.
Brilliant. That will be a powerful session. I am totally happy to do that for you, Curtis. To run you through the exercise that is painting your vision of the future.
I volunteer for that too, because I know a little bit.
Totally.
Wow.
What I know about it, I already like. I like the coaching story. I like the Humboldt story. I like the husband-father story. I like the faith story. I like the
I mean, he's fucking moved by it. Jesus.
Yeah, I like the story. I like the overcoming, not unlike you with staples in the back of your head, David. I like the heart surgery story. I wonder what that's about. I'm afraid of that episode in my life because it hasn't happened yet. I've been through rehab, but I haven't been on a gurney thinking, am I going to wake up? You guys have had that stuff. And so I like the story. Truthfully, anybody who's doing the husband and father gig, I like that story.
So how many more husbands and fathers do you know that could really use a course correction, a reminder of who they are for everyone around them? Because as men, we tend to be more inclined to lone wolf it and to grapple with and deal with all of this anguish and not have it expressed and shared, and it starts to fester, and then we jump out of a fucking window. That doesn't work in my world. And these are the ones that are leading others. They need the right sort of tools and context for them to move forward. They need the right sort of people in their corner that they know that they can count on. Well, those are the conversations to have, period, full stop. Fuck trying to find a company that's looking for a brand strategist. Start having conversations with the men in your life and the men that you admire, and talk to them about why you admire them, and put the impetus on them and be like, why aren't you out there? We need to hear from you. And don't come in with I have a brand strategy package. I mean, it's a dance, right? Like there is this, when it shows up is like, but I don't know how to do it. You're like, well, I can help you with that. If that's something that you want to do. Do you want to do that? Do you want to have a voice? This is the whole point of the work that I'm doing, is to give people a voice. and be heard, so that people understand what's possible, what can be done, right?
I think, David, in your work, I imagine that you're helping people to transition from step to step within the hero's journey. But I was just thinking about like having the balls to accept the call.
Oh, when I called you,
the hero's call to adventure. Like, it's not, I just did from a copywriting standpoint. I want you in one of your monologues to say, "Have the balls to accept the call," or something.
Yeah, like, dude.
I like to see how you drew that. Or how you draw that.
It'd be racy. It'd be racy. But here's the thing. So, you know, we're all coming out. I'm really grateful to have this conversation with you guys. And Aaron, I acknowledge you for just putting it into the listening of both of us. And because there are many times where these sorts of things are like, yeah, no, I actually blew off a full day event that I was supposed to attend that I just wasn't feeling. It's a workshop, and it was like, oh, I don't need this right now. And so I just didn't do anything. And up until this call, I was just like, you know, puttering around, being okay with puttering around, but like, oh man, what? This now anchors, right? Like the conversation is just like this really good reminder of every day, man, what am I doing to check in every day? Mm-hmm. Why am I doing this every day? Who am I talking to? Not to land a client, but to make a difference and to get people to see something for themselves. And then I've got a little bit more fuel in my tank, right, to keep going.